this.
Welcome back guys to another Clash Royale video, and today we're taking a look at a deck that is extremely popular right now and is actually being used by the #1 person in the world at the time of recording this video, and that is the HOG Poison deck that you can see right here. Now let's go ahead and take a look at a few replays and then finish off with a live battle. So here we are guys with the first replay. Fortunately, I do have the Elixir Pump in my starting hand, so that will be my first move. And I will say, with this strategy, it's a lot stronger if you get lucky enough to have that pump in your starting hand. If you have it way at the back of your card rotation, it's a lot harder to get things going. Now right here, I have a decision to make. He's coming in with that giant push on the left-hand lane, and I can either push the right-hand lane and put on some counter pressure, or focus on defending, and I choose to defend here with that Valkyrie as well as the Musketeer. And watch this, he drops down some Spear Goblins to support. I'm actually going to use the Zap spell to take out all those Spear Goblins, and he thinks he has an opportunity to go in here with that Minion Horde because I just used my Zap spell. But unfortunately for him, I do have that Poison spell ready to take out all those minions as well as the Ice Wizard. And right here, I do have a little bit of a counter push going on. Gonna go ahead and use some 1 Elixir Skeletons to try and protect that Musketeer, but unfortunately he does drop down some Barbarians as well as a Wizard to take her out, and right here using that Valkyrie to take out all those Barbarians. Now he does have a bit of a counter push coming on here with 2 Wizards. I'm going to go ahead and use the cannon, and all I really need to do is take out that Wizard on the right hand side, because of course the Ice Wizard doesn't do too much damage, so I'm not too concerned about him attacking my tower. But right here I will use the Musketeer to take out those Spear Goblins, because I want to try and prevent some chip damage done to my tower. Now throughout this entire first minute and a half or so, I really have just been focusing on defending and getting those Elixir Pumps down. This deck is a lot stronger if you can cycle through your cards and get multiple pumps down, because later on in the battle, in double Elixir period, you're going to be pushing out so much pressure and cycling through your cards so fast, your opponent won't be able to handle it. But right here, starting to set up a push because we are almost in the double Elixir period. Valkyrie making her way up to that bridge with the Musketeer following closely behind. Gonna go ahead all in here with an attack, dropping down some Skeletons to protect that Musketeer, as well as the Hog Rider, and also using the Poison spell there. That is a ton of Elixir spent on one push, guys, but of course with all those pumps I had down earlier on in the battle, I can afford a push like that. And right here he does have a pretty strong counter push going on, but watch this, we have already cycled back to our Poison spell thanks to all those Elixir pumps as well as the low average Elixir cost of this deck. Now thanks to that Poison spell, the Musketeer actually survives that defense, and as a result I can use her on a counter push, and he drops his rocket right here, which is pretty interesting, so I know he is low on Elixir. So I'm going to go all in on this push right here with that Valkyrie as well as the Hog Rider and the Poison spell, and fortunately I do get that tower down, giving me the 1 crown lead with 13 seconds left in this battle. So all I have to do is distract this giant for 8 seconds or so, and I will get the 1 crown victory. So here we go guys, 2 seconds left, giving me the 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead to the next replay here. So here we are guys, with the next replay, facing another level 9 here, who also happens to be using this exact same deck, but unfortunately he has the better starting hand. He has that Elixir Pump as his first move, which like I said earlier, this strategy does rely on getting multiple pumps out as early as you can, but I will try to at least punish him for placing down that Elixir Pump with a Hog Rider push right here, and I do some decent damage to that tower, bringing it all the way down to 1600 health, but I also spent a ton of Elixir in the process, and as a result, he can come back on a counter push with that Musketeer as well as the Hog Rider and do some decent damage to my tower. So right here I'm trying desperately to stop that Hog Rider, but he does reach my tower, and in the process they bring my tower all the way down to 1200 health. And right here I do have the Valkyrie going on a counter push, but I'm not actually going to support her with any troops. Now the good thing here is, even though I didn't support that Valkyrie, he was forced to place down the cannon to counter her, which means he spent 3 Elixir to counter that Valkyrie. Now right here, placing down my first Elixir Pump of the game, he has 2 elixir pumps down at this point in the battle, so he does have the elixir lead, and he also has the health lead, because take a look, his tower is all the way down to 600 health, but my tower is sitting at 1200 health, and right here he's keeping the pressure on with another Valkyrie Hog Rider Musketeer push, and like I said earlier, because he had the better starting hand, throughout pretty much this entire battle, he is able to keep the pressure on and keep me playing in a defensive position, and he was also able to do some decent damage in that push, taking my tower all the way down to 600 health in the process. Now right here, I'm going to set up my second elixir pump in the bottom left corner there. I don't want to place it on the right hand side because that tower is weak, and he will probably drop down a poison spell to damage the tower as well as the pump. Now right here, he's setting up yet again another push on the right hand side with that Hog Rider as well as the Valkyrie and the Musketeer once again, and we are in the double elixir period here, and this time I made a better decision with that cannon, dropping it a bit further to the left, allowing both of the crown towers to target the Hog Rider, and as a result the Hog Rider didn't reach my tower. So take a look at this, guys. He drops down the poison spell to try and take care of my Musketeer. Now, one of the things with this deck is if you get your opponent down to like 500 health on a tower and there is a decent amount of time left in the battle, you can just cycle through your cards and use your poison spell to finish them off, which at this point in the battle, I was kind of expecting him to do that. So I was pretty much expecting to lose with 20 seconds left on my tower all the way down to 400 health, and his tower still sitting at 1600 health. But right here, we do have a little bit of elixir here, so I will try and set up a pretty strong push with that, with the Musketeer as well as the Hog Rider and some skeletons. And the Hog Rider does make it to the tower and does some decent damage in the process, bringing it all the way down to 1000 health. But take a look at this, guys. He drops the poison spell to damage my tower, bringing it all the way down to like 270 health, guys. Pretty crazy. So I dropped the crying face here because I was expecting him to drop down another poison spell to take out my tower. But watch this next little exchange right here. He drops the poison spell. I have a Valkyrie as well as a Musketeer going on a counter push. I'm going to go ahead and use the poison spell offensively here. And watch this. Look at the health of my tower. 80 health left. 60 health left. One Musketeer shot gives me the 1 crown victory, guys. Crazy close battle there. Let's go ahead and try and fit in a live battle here. Alright, here we go, guys. What kind of opponent do we get? A level 9. Not too bad. And we also have the elixir pump in our starting hand, so things are looking pretty good so far. He drops down the elixir pump as a first move. Gonna go ahead and place it down right in the middle there, just in case he has a miner. That way both crown towers can target the miner if he decides to drop it. But let's see here. Next move. He'll actually have to make the next move here. So what does he drop? He drops down the princess. I'm going to use the poison spell here to take her out, as well as hopefully damage anything else he drops down, as well as that crown tower. So princess dies, I do some damage to that tower, as well as damage to the ice wizard. I'm not 100% sure if that is the most ideal use of elixir, but it's what I wanted to do anyways. Going to drop the Valkyrie way in the back here to take out the wizards, and then hopefully the Valkyrie survives. And then here we go with a counter push, dropping this and this. And maybe that wasn't the best decision there. I'm going to hold off on that poison spell. And yes, poison spell going down right here to take care of all those, as well as the Musketeer to distract them and keep them in the poison radius. Now, I spent more elixir than I probably wanted to right there, so he does have the elixir advantage at this point, so that's kind of unfortunate. I'm expecting a giant here. Does he do a giant? If not, I'm going to go ahead and place down the pump here. I'm dropping in the back left corner because at this point in the battle, I'm pretty certain that he doesn't have a miner in his deck. So far, there's 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the battle. His tower is all the way down to 1800 health. So not too bad. Going to start setting up a push here on the right-hand side with that Valkyrie. Now he does drop down the giant, which is really unfortunate because it will distract my Valkyrie. But I am going to drop down the poison spell here and go all in with this attack here. Musketeer going down. The zap spell to zap all of this, keep them stunned, and the poison spell. Now the one thing I really like about the poison spell, guys, a lot of people that used to use the hog freeze combo now use the poison spell, because with the hog freeze combo you always have to worry about the counter pushes, but with the poison spell, it pretty much has the same effect, but it takes out all of the defending troops, so you don't have to worry about the counter push as much. Now I'm going to do super aggressive here with a Hog Rider push. Have my poison spell ready right here. Do this. Zap spell if needed. Give me one more hit on the tower. Cannon going down here. I almost said cannon spell. With a musketeer, as well as a Valkyrie. With some skeletons just to distract, and then a zap spell here. So I think we will get the 1 crown victory, guys. That's pretty cool. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.